Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the big talking points from social media. We're going to start with this. So, Word of Wrestling, thank you. I thought these were the prices for WWE World, the fan convention at WrestleMania. Thankfully, no. Those prices are much cheaper than these. These are the meet and greet prices for WrestleMania After Dark. Those are the club nights that they're doing in Las Vegas. So they're doing one Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. It's got musicians, it's got DJs, but it's got superstars. Look at these prices. Honestly, it was insane. Absolutely insane. $600 to meet the Usos. I mean, at a fan convention in the UK, I would expect that to be about, I don't know, 150, 180, maybe £200. I would not. $600 is just insane. Bianca Belair, $300. I mean, do you get anything out? Do you get to dance with them or something? I mean, I have no idea. Do they serve you drinks all night as well for free if you pay this money? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand why these prices are so expensive. But that is actually a recurring theme to do with WrestleMania, and we're going to look a little bit more into that later in this video. So, yeah, crazy. Larry, shout out to you. Not crazy about this, to be honest. Not crazy when... And I think, wasn't it, CM Punk said it, I've never needed another man's name to sell a shirt. You know, this is a Cody Rhodes shirt, but it's got Cena's name on the back of it. Plus also it says Cena did, which doesn't even make any sense unless you read the front. So if you're just at a bar or something, it just says Cena did. I won't give up. Cena did. It's so petty. It strikes me as so petty. I won't give up. But Cena did. I don't know, man. That's a miss for me personally, but I'm sure there's some people that'll pick it up. This marks the 6th consecutive year that The Weeknd has provided the official WrestleMania theme song. So, The Weeknd and Playboy Carti, which was my nickname at school, actually. Timeless is the official theme song for WrestleMania 41. It's kind of funny because it used to be Flow Rider that always provided the theme song, and now we're definitely going through a period where it's always The Weeknd. Parker, shout out to you. So here, Wrestling Observer newsletter just saying that those in WWE have denied reports that Giulia was banged up and is taking time off. We know she is taking time off. She dropped the title. We haven't seen her in a couple of weeks. I've heard there's visa issues, but it had been reported she was a little banged up as well. So not sure what the truth is on this one. It doesn't really matter because there was no reports of any serious injuries. So it was just kind of thought like she needed to sort visa issue out and just heal up a little bit. Just a few niggling injuries, but nothing serious. So if she is injured, not injured, it doesn't make a massive difference. I expect to see her back soon. Just going back to the price conversation. So, Drew, shout out to you. We're getting news coming through of how ticket sales are going. And WrestleMania 41 is on track to be the lowest attended WrestleMania since WrestleMania 22. That's crazy. That is crazy. And it's not because the product is not hot. It's because the ticket prices are so expensive. So here, look, the current setup is 52,000, right? On day one, they've sold 46,000. On day two, they've sold 47,700. It means that both days have got like between 3,000 to 5,000 tickets left. But it can go up to 68,000. So that 51 is just because the sections that are closed off, they can open those sections. So if they sell 51, they'll say it's sold out, but it's not sold out. There's sections that are going to be tarped that they can untarp and they can open up and they can sell more tickets. So don't be fooled by the fact that it only looks like there's 5,000 or 3,000 tickets to go. They will open up more sections because they can go to 68,000. So, yeah, I mean, the ticket prices are so expensive. I really don't know how people are affording it. I genuinely don't know. I mean, you've got people needing to get flights, hotel, food, drinks, bit of merch, bit of spending money in the casinos. You can't really go to Vegas without going to the casino. So, you know, a little bit of spending money there. And then you might want to go to SmackDown. You might want to go to Raw. You might want to go to Stand and Deliver. And you've got to go to both nights of WrestleMania. You're going to go to WWE World. You might want to meet someone there or a couple of people. All of this is costing money. You might want to go to WrestleMania after dark. And after seeing them prices, I don't think you're going to want to meet any of the wrestlers whilst you're there. But maybe you do. So, I mean, we are starting to get into remortgage your house territory, right? We're getting into, like, completely ruining your life financially territory. So, it is crazy. It really is crazy. Hey, talking of crazy, Mattel, shout out to you. Let's have a look at the betting odds, shall we? These are the early betting odds for WrestleMania. So we don't have all the matches. We don't have, like, Bianca, Rhea, Io, unfortunately. But these are really interesting. And this is not financial or gambling advice, but I am going to tell you the couple of little bets I'd be interested in. So here, look, we got John Cena as favourite, minus 250, Cody Rhodes at plus 170. The bigger the minus number, the more of a favourite they are. So actually, that's quite close. That's quite close, right? So John Cena favourite, though. Here we've got Jey Uso minus 800. You know, reminder, John Cena was minus 250. Jey Uso minus 800. So a much bigger minus number means he's a much bigger favourite. Gunther at plus 425. I agree with that. I could see Cody winning, but it's very, very close. I'd have a little dabble here. I mean, Charlotte Flair at minus 140, Tiffany at plus 100. I think Tiffany could do it. I think Tiffany could leave as champion and get past Charlotte. Plus 100. That means if you put $100 down, you would get that back if you win and another $100. So if you put $1,000 down, you would have that back if you won, and they would give you another $1,000 as well. So, I don't know. Tiffany, could she do it? Could she get past Charlotte? I think she could. I think if they want to build her as a bigger star, these are the kind of matches she needs to win. So very, very close in the odds, but I'd have a little look there. Then we've got Roman against Seth against CM Punk, and I think CM Punk at plus 300 is interesting. I think that's interesting. Roman at minus 200, I mean, he tends to go away after WrestleMania. So does he need the win? Because really, Seth and Punk are still going to be around. So we could give them the win. Maybe they go Seth. Maybe Seth at plus 140 is a pretty good bet. But CM Punk at plus 300. That means if you put $100 down and you win, you get your $100 back. And then they would give you $300 on top. It's pretty sick, isn't it? But could CM Punk do it? There's no point putting money down if he ain't going to win, you know? If you don't think he's going to win. I don't know. Might be worth a little look, that one, though. And then Randy Orton, I think Randy wins. Minus 1,000, the biggest favourite against Kevin Owens at plus 550. So a few little things to look at there. Certainly no betting advice or anything like that. I don't want people spending their life savings. But a couple of little bits there that look kind of interesting to me. Little Fuego, shout out to you. So WWE referee Jessika Carr makes her debut in Evolve under the name of Kalyx. And it is true, we did the watch long for it. I put a little reaction video up for it. And yeah, I mean, she looked fine. She ended up getting pinned and losing because her partner was distracted. But yeah, I think it was Fightful that reported this. I mean, I don't want to say that because I don't know 100%, but we did talk about it in a previous Unseen. It came from a decent source, a PW Insider or, you know, one of those guys. Apparently that is Jessika Carr. She has been working Evolve shows under the name Kalyx. And we saw Kalyx for the first time on Wednesday just gone. Shakeem, shout out to you. So nothing is official, but as reported by Dave Meltzer, Ken Shamrock is being considered for the Hall of Fame. Lots of people have signed deals recently. Demolition, Crush, Kamala, Ken Shamrock, right? Lots of people have signed Legends deals. I don't know if we've heard of any of those actually being considered for the Hall of Fame. There's been lots of rumors and stuff. So it's interesting that Ken Shamrock apparently is being considered for the Hall of Fame. Don't know if that would be this year or next year. I think he should go in personally, but interesting. Yeah, I don't know if we've covered this news before, so I was like, I'll put it in. Right, Taker1990 said, here's a good post. So all new autograph and photo ops are going to be on sale next week. This is more superstars and more legends that are coming to WWE World. So we got Seth, Godfather, Lita, Michelle McCool, Randy Orton, Nikki Bella, Mick Foley, Kane. I don't know if there's more than that or if these are just the ones they're showing pictures of. But if you are going to go to WWE Worlds, I would say, search this information out, right? Search this information out because there's new opportunities coming soon to meet even more people. So take a 1990, thank you. And we heard from Mark Nash, the new announcer. So Triple H said, crushed it in his first night as the new in-ring announcer for SmackDown. Congratulations and welcome to the team. Mark Chinook said, honored to be here. Thank you, Triple H and everyone. So, I mean, for me, I wasn't crazy about what I heard. I think it was his first time, so, let's see. Let's give him time. But there was no kind of announce in there that I was like, whoa, this guy is legit. I see why they've got this guy. I didn't have that. He just sounded like someone stepping in to do it. He didn't sound like anything special to me. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. It was his first night. There may have been some nerves. He may not have quite found the right delivery for certain things, or he might be getting some feedback. He might have thought something was the right way to do it, and it's not quite worked out, or I don't know. But let's see. Let's give him an opportunity. It was his first time, and from what I've seen online, there's a little bit of a mixed bag. Some people love it and was like, yeah, welcome to the team. And some people are not feeling it at all, right? Nikki Cross posted this. I don't know if it's like fan art or something, or not fan art, but like, I don't know if it's a fan that's kind of created this, took a picture. She does repost a lot of fan pieces, a lot of artwork, fan art and stuff like that. So I don't know. I didn't know if that was her or if it was like a fan. I think it was the lighting that made me think it might be a fan, but it could be her. I don't know what message this is sending. I mean, it was a bit cheeky because she did post it before SmackDown in London and then they proceeded to not show or no QR code or no glitch or absolute radio silence, right? So, yeah, I had people tagging me going, oh my God, do you think today's the day? And I didn't see it at the time, but I kind of feel sorry for those people. You know my stance on this. I don't expect to see the Wyatt Six, and that has actually worked out very well for me. I will see them when I see them. Right, let's blast through this, shall we? We were in London. So, yeah, new ring announcer, Mark Nash's first televised introduction. I can't play it because of copyright, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't forget to mention him. This London crowd chanting for Cody Rhodes for 2 minutes straight. London fans never fail. London was excellent. It was a great crowd. I don't think it reached the heights of Spain, certainly not the heights of France. But I think that it was a very noisy, passionate crowd. I think they did themselves proud. If anything, I saw a bit of complaining of people like, oh my God, can they just shut up so I can listen to this promo? Can they just shut up so we can get on with the show? Because obviously when the fans are singing, the wrestlers in the ring allow it to breathe and they just kind of, let the fans have their moment, which, works really well on TV. But I think there's a lot of people that are like, I want to hear the promo. I want to hear what's going to be said, Nothing but facts from Randy saying it took a lot of balls to leave and come back. And since he came back, he's changed WWE. So some lovely words. Randy came out. So Cody came out first. Randy came out. Randy was just saying some lovely stuff. He was saying, you're going to go on to beat John Cena. He said, I'm going to go on to punt kick Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. And then he did do this little... He was so excited at the thought of punt kicking Kevin Owens. He couldn't help but do a little... Oh, I loved it for him. He said, just like John is going after 17, there's going to be a time where I'm going to go after 15. And he said, but when I do that, I'm going to look you square in the face. I'm not going to kick you in the balls because I respect you as a peer. And it was basically, just setting up maybe something for after WrestleMania. I mean, look, if Cody gets the win, then this is absolutely what we're getting at Backlash. But if Cena gets the win, then take out Cody, put Cena in that position, and I think that could be what we get at Backlash. So this doesn't say to me that Cody's winning, but what it does say to me is that Randy is now turning his attention to the championship once he gets past Kevin Owens. Then we had Drew come out. He said two Nepo babies having a love fest. It is true. Both of their dads, both of their families were in the business. So much like Charlotte Flair, there has at times been a bit of criticism like, oh, you're only there because of Dusty. Oh, you're only there because of your dad, Cowboy, Bob Orton. So, yeah, two Nepo babies having a love fest in the ring, which I thought was a very good line. Drew came down. He called Damian Priest Temu Undertaker. He got into the ring and he got absolutely nailed. And then, of course, that would set up a match later, right? Randy versus Drew. Here we've got Mark. And there was Alicia as well. So Alicia is the Raw announcer. She's excellent. She does an excellent job. Love Alicia. And I think she was there to, you know, just kind of walk Mark through it. Let him know, giving him cues, make sure there's no mistakes. I mean, like, Raw's in London anyway. So it's nothing for her to be there. So Alicia Taylor says, welcome, Mark Nash, to WWE Smackdown. Wrestlemania said number 15. So he's kind of set his targets on that, but not in a moody way. He's wishing Cody all the best. But yeah, it looks like after WrestleMania, that's what he's looking for. Wrestle Features said, can they do a segment similar to that with Roman and Jay? Which I thought was great. Randy coming out, putting his arm around Cody, being like, you can do this. You're going to beat John Cena all up and down the strip. And afterwards, you know, I'll be coming for 15. But a real, like, rah-rah speech. You're the guy it took balls to leave. You've changed this place since you've come back. So I thought Wrestle Features going, can we not do that for Roman and Jay? Like, you know, Roman saying this is your time. There's a reason why I wanted you to be my right-hand man. I thought that was a great shout. Roman Reigns SEN said they need to bring back Street Profits' old theme. The current theme is ruining their presentation, and I gotta tell you, quite a few people saying the same thing, right? I don't know if I need the old theme. I didn't hate the old theme, but I don't mind them going in a different direction, but yeah, I agree. The theme they've got, ain't it? Street Profits retain in a decent tag match, so it was them against Pretty Deadly. And there was a few moments in there where Pretty Deadly were looking pretty good, like they could win the tag titles on the line, but it wasn't to be. Then we had the Secret Hervice. So Albafire and Piper Niven are now officially known as the Secret Hervice for Chelsea Green. Then we found out that we're now going to start putting in immortal moments. I really want to do a video this weekend where we talk about other moments that can go in, which I think would be really fun. So Stone Cold and Bret Hart, WrestleMania 13. It doesn't say matches, it says moment. So you can put matches in, but I wonder, I mean, they didn't just hone in on the blood coming down Stone Cold's face when he was in the sharpshooter, but I always think that's an iconic moment within a match. But it's the whole match that I think that's going in. But yeah, inductee, the first inductee for Immortal Moments, Stone Cold Bret Hart, absolutely deserved. Absolutely deserved. And a lot of people are like, well, we've got to put Undertaker Shawn in. We've got to put Macho Man Ricky Steamboat in. We've got to put Undertaker, Mankind, Hell in a Cell in. Like, there's so many. We've got to put in Shane McMahon tearing his quads during that match with The Miz. Snoop Dogg takes over, delivers the worst looking people's elbow. I mean, that to me is the greatest WrestleMania moment. So I'm so pleased that this is up and running now. So that moment and Titus World Slide, that's got to go in, right? That's got to go in. So, yeah, there we go. Hall of Fame, Immortal Moments, and apparently Stone Cold and Bret are going to be at the Hall of Fame as well. I love it. I think it's a brilliant, brilliant idea. UFC have been putting in famous fights, iconic fights for a long time. So for a long time, we've actually on and off had the conversation in our watch-alongs about doing exactly this and putting matches in. It honestly, it was just a no-brainer. The Secret Hervice always wins. So Secret Hervice took on Caden and Katana and the Secret Hervice won. What I like here is look at what Piper's wearing. So she is wearing like a bit of a suit. She wrestled the other day in her old gear and I didn't like it. It didn't work her current character. This looks a lot better. So I thought that was excellent that she was wearing like this kind of Hervice attire. So there they are, look, in their Hervice attire, having just wrestled. Zelina Vega would come running down. And it looks like we're going to be building towards Chelsea and Zelina for the title at some point. So she would come down and try and help Kaden and Katana because they'd be getting beaten up afterwards. Stand up if you hate Tottenham was a chant. Gooners are Arsenal fans. So Arsenal is a club in London. Tottenham is a club in London. They're local rivals. And for some reason, out of nowhere, there was stand up if you hate Tottenham, and a load of people stood up during that last match. Right, Chanman said the Weeknd keeps his WrestleMania streak alive. His song Timeless is the official theme for Mania. Right, then we went to our next match. So this was LA Knight against Braun Strowman, and it was for the United States Championship. The match was okay, but Jacob got involved and basically caused a DQ. That MFing table is never going to break. I mean, look at that. This table has now got Braun lying on it, and it's still not buckling. So, incredible craftsmanship on the commentary table. But yeah, Jacob coming out and crowd going crazy. They were like laying away. It was insane. So there we go. United States champion, LA Knight. He retains his title. Backstage, we had Mello Don't Miz. Jimmy Uso was there. And Miz was kind of having a go, winding him up about always being a sidekick and talking about last week's slap. And as soon as Jimmy went to slap the Miz's reaction was like, oh my God. Because, I mean, they just kept going on about that slap because it was very impressive last week. So this set up Miz versus Jimmy for later in the show. Then backstage, I will do it with you, said Jacob as he looked at Tama, or without you as he looked at Solo. There is such beef here. There is such tension here. He looks good with his hair like this as well. He looks great. So, yeah, I mean, that feels... that. I mean, like, you might as well get rid of Tamatonga and just put the WrestleMania graphic behind this. To be honest. Just put the WrestleMania graphic behind there, and I think that might be what WrestleMania looks like. So, yeah, very good. And this was exceptional. Oh, my God. This Naomi video package is incredible. Her new persona fits her perfectly. She was crying. She was unhinged. Look at this. Naomi has absolutely lost her mind, and I love it. This was so brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, Aleister Black. We know this is Aleister Black, right? And we've seen a 4, and there was lots of little shots and images, and there, look, you can see there's a snake, and you get a little glimpse. You get that flash up as well, which says 25, and we've seen a 4 as well. So people are like, okay, 425. That is, I believe, the first SmackDown after WrestleMania. So everyone's like, it's Aleister Black, and he's going to make his debut on the 25th of April. So there we go. Job done. So there we go. That was the trailer. Right, then we had Michin and B Fab making their way down to the ring because B Fab was in Michin's corner for support. Michin was going to be taking on Charlotte. And then Naomi would arrive. She would attack both. And basically Jade would come down dressed as Kill Bill to make the save, right? Naomi would run off into the crowds, but Jade would make the save. And then, of course, Charlotte would make her way down, and we got this moment right here. That's a pretty sick moment, isn't it? That's a pretty sick moment. I'm wondering if Tiffy Time wins and actually Charlotte goes into a feud with Jade. I'm wondering if we do something like that. I mean, we could do this for the title, but I don't know that we put a women's world title on Jade at this point. So, and does she lose to Charlotte? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm thinking have Tiffany win. Tiffany can go off and just defend the bout against someone else and then just do this as a feud, no title involved. That would seem like a good idea to me. But yeah, people talking about this stare down. So Michin would get back on her feet after being beaten up by Naomi so that she could get into a match with Charlotte. Crowd were chanting, F you, Charlotte. The crowd just knows Netflix is going to struggle. And Charlotte would basically go on to get the win, and then we would go backstage, and Tiffany said Charlotte has got a lot more to lose than her at WrestleMania. I actually wasn't too keen on this Tiffany promo. I've seen a lot of praise for it. I wasn't too keen on it because I sort of felt like she was a bit too angry about last week. There was a lot of, why she wouldn't let the rookie get a word in last week. And there was a little bit of like calling back to last week. It sort of came across like Tiffany saying, I know I didn't do well last week, or I know I lost the verbal exchange last week, but, you know, I can't believe she wouldn't let a rookie get a word in and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, I wouldn't focus on the fact that last week didn't go so well. Like, cook her this week instead. And, you know, there was a few lines that were in there, but not much. I mean, really all she said was, if I lose to the great Charlotte Flair. If she loses, then she loses to a pretender, like with blonde hair and, you know, undeserving and all this kind of stuff. I'm guessing these are the words that Charlotte used last week to describe Tiffany. So that was her point, really. And, I mean, look, it was better than last week because, I mean, she was backstage and Charlotte wasn't there, so Charlotte wasn't interrupting, and she just had a microphone and she could just do what she wanted. So, of course, it was better. But I don't know. I was still like, that's not quite hitting for me. I think you're focusing a little bit too much on the fact that last week didn't really go to plan for you. But anyway, we got that and we moved on. We moved on to Randy versus Drew. So Drew beat Randy when Kevin Owens came down to distract. This then resulted in Randy being livid and going for that punt kick, but Kevin just ran off into the crowds. So, real shame this match didn't get more time, actually. I would have liked to have seen that get a bit more time. Rey Fenix has been officially announced. I mean, we knew it was him all along, but his name appeared and he will be on the show debuting next week. Rey Fenix debuts on SmackDown next week. Also next week, B Fab, who obviously got beat up, is going to be able to get her revenge against Naomi next Friday. Lewis Capaldi, the Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter, was in the crowds, and he was backstage. And, you know, you had Drew saying, I'm going to go on the town now. I can't believe that I've got to win tonight. No sign of Damian Priest. And I'm going to go on the town with Lewis Capaldi. He was in good spirits as he was leaving. But as he opened the door, Damian was there. And they were fighting, and Drew ended up getting put through this windshield. And, yeah, pretty good spot, actually. It was good seeing them brawl in, like, the loading bay. I feel like WrestleMania season's been missing these kind of moments, you know? Then we had Jimmy Uso sends a message to Gunther ahead of their match on Raw. Jimmy beat The Miz. It wasn't a very good match, to be honest. Didn't think it was a very good match. But he basically sent a message. He said, you won't be the ring general on Monday, Gunther. You're going to be private, Gunther. And you're going to be acknowledging Big Jim. Or something along those lines. So then we had CM Punk making his way out because it was time for the contract signing. It was towards the end of the show by now. And he looked over at Drew on that windscreen and had a big smile on his face. Some people were wondering, was he looking over because of them doing a spot that Jungle Boy wanted to do? Was this real glass? Or was it just that, you know, he loves seeing Drew in pain? And it's not that deep. You know, perhaps it's just that he loves seeing Drew McIntyre in pain. So this just brought him joy. Don't know. I don't know if there was a little shot at AEW in there or not, but something to think about. Right, then we were at contract signing. Nick Aldis calls Punk, Reigns, Rollins the biggest triple threat in the history of WrestleMania. Looks like WWE have scrapped the YTC. Yeah, no YTC. It was back to OTC, and that just makes total sense. The YTC thing did not work. It was another flipping money grab so that they could change the shirt again. After getting a load of people to buy the OTC shirt, they then tried to get people to buy the YTC shirt. But OTC is what people are chanting, so that's what he came out wearing this week. There he is, making his way down. This is an incredible shot, says Sportskeeda. Even Paul Heyman started singing. Listen, I don't even care if we get into trouble. We are listening to Paul Heyman sing. There we go. Crowd was singing Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns. And Heyman actually joined in. They were in good spirits, man. I used my wedding fund to see Roman Reigns. Look at that. Signs of the night. Seth Rollins came out and was We accomplished our mission. And Roman said, you keep saying we, but we haven't existed for a long time. I made WWE what it is. I made this place better. What did you do? There's some really good lines between these two. Seth coming out looking quite normal. Coming out, and these two, wow, really good. CM Punk came out. He said, I'm here to chew bubblegum and sign a contract, and I'm all out of bubblegum. The contract was signed. Punk, Rollins, and Reigns are closing the show. Punk is main eventing WrestleMania. And what a moment this was where Paul Heyman kind of delivers that news. He's like, I know what you're looking for. So good. I know what you're looking for, and it's in there. This will close the show. You will be a WrestleMania main eventer. And listen, the emotion's real. The emotion is real. Punk is legit crying. Tears in the eyes. This is a dream come true. Never closed the show at WrestleMania before, and he will do that at WrestleMania 41. So basically Roman's like, before we wrap this up, can you acknowledge me? And he's like, you know, thank you, my tribal chief. Thank you, Big Dog? Do I still call you Big Dog? And so there's some fun little moments in there. But he just made sure he knew that main eventing WrestleMania, having that in the contract, that's not the favor that I'm owed. So he is still owed a favor. Really good. Really good. WrestleMania 41 will mark Roman Reigns' 10th WrestleMania main event. Okay, let's have a look in this folder. We've got a few other little bits in here. So here, look, DJ Muttking says, WWE trolling AEW with Punk laughing at a glass angle is pure gold. Is that what it was? Was he laughing over at Drew's misfortune, or was it specifically the glass? Interesting. Edward says, Naomi has changed her profile picture of her murking B Fab. These two obviously having a match next week. Here we've got Naomi after she attacked B Fab. Look, sticking the middle fingers up to the crowds. There we go, and they're sticking them right back. So there is Naomi. Yeah! Naomi giving us the middle finger, says Fran. Love that. Love that for you. WrestleVotes sources confirm that WWE's decision to induct the iconic Stone Cold Steve Austin Bret Hart WrestleMania 13 match into the Hall of Fame was made well before the event's underwhelming ticket sales. This was always part of the 2025 Hall of Fame plan. Here, look, we've got they done woke the demon up, and there's Naomi. She seems to be using this caution emoji a lot. I think you're going to see a lot of this for her going forwards. Proceed with caution is how she ended this vignette. Here's Drew, look, saying that was real glass. It got in my eye. So there we go. Real glass. Obviously, famously calling back to AEW. Triple H said the first immortal moment to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, what is considered one of the greatest matches in the history of this company, 28 years later, still as good as it was live. Congratulations, Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's so deserved. I mean, what an incredible match. One of my all-time favorite matches. So deserved. I've not seen anyone complaining about that. Charlotte Flair with eyes emoji at this stare off here. So, interesting. CM Punk on Instagram. So here's Triple H telling me that I'm wrestling Gunther in Vienna tomorrow. This is me until WrestleMania. There he is inside this protective bubble. Sorry, what? That is true, actually. He is going to have to be so careful. Could you imagine if he tears something or gets an injury now, knowing that he is literally weeks away from main event in WrestleMania? It's probably wise to walk around wrapped in bubble wrap for the next couple of weeks, to be honest. Right, Randy versus Kevin Owens is set for night 1 of WrestleMania. I missed this. I never saw where this was communicated. But apparently it was said night 1, apparently, for Randy and Kevin. So there we go. Here, what the microwave sees when the food is almost finished. What the microwave sees when the food is almost... That is great. Carl, shout out to you. That is great. Right, we've done WWE. We've done all those SmackDown folders. Let's go into fun. I think we've only got a couple of bits, actually. Right, Carl, again, check this out. Everyone's singing today.
All right, let me hear ya. A 1, a 2, a 3.
That was kind of really interesting to me because I know the song, but I haven't got a flip what the words are. So that was kind of interesting. So there we go. CM Punk singing "Take Me Out" to the ball game. Right, chills when Jay versus Jimmy gets inducted into the Hall of Fame next year. So, Alan, shout out to you, my friends. Muggsy, shout out to you. Here is Ariana Grace. So, I make the face, you make the sound challenge.
I make the face, you make the sound.
Yes!
Okay.
That was pretty good.
Wow.
I don't know who won that, actually. I thought they both had at least a good one each. But, yeah, there we go. It's kind of fun to see them doing little bits together, so I'm down for that. Right, if we go into other, have we got much in here? Who's going to tell him? Koji Ko. Hello, mate.
Right now? My favorite wrestler right now. Toss-up between Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins.
I mean, Seth Rollins wasn't overly kind the other day. So, Nathan said, I don't know if it's been mentioned yet, but Alexa's husband is going to be playing in Las Vegas. Yeah, I mean, I expect her to be there. Even if she's not on the card, rumors are she'll be at that WWE World doing meet and greets. So she's going to be there that weekend. So looks like her husband's going to go along and do like a DJing set at Ghost Bar. So very cool. This is crazy. The Rock was actually meant to go to the UFL launch game, but he couldn't because he was flying over there. And the pilot of his plane came out and apparently got down onto one knee, didn't propose. But he was like, look, we've got to go back. I wanted to talk to you directly. There is a problem with the plane, but I give you my words, I can get you back. But we have to go back. And yeah, apparently there was a hydraulics issue with the plane. Everything was fine. They landed safely. Apparently the air hostess was like, do you need anything? He was like, get me a drink. But apparently, yeah, plane issue meant that he couldn't make it to the game. That's why he wasn't there at the UFL launch. Crazy. It's like a 4-minute video. He tells the story really, really well, of course. Goes into loads of detail, but that's the gist of it. Here, Alexa Bliss. So the graphic for WWE World, and there she is. So she is still on the graphic, along with Undertaker and Cody, Rhea, and all the others. I mean, pretty much everyone's going to be there. So, wrestling's biggest fan, shout out to you. I still expect to see her there. I mean, R-Truth. I don't know that R-Truth is going to feature at WrestleMania, right? But he is Anoba Femi and Giulia, and there's quite a few people that I don't expect to see on the WrestleMania cards that are at WWE World doing meet and greets. So just because Alexa is there doing WWE World, it doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't really mean anything. I mean, this is such a major event. Like, really, just everyone goes. It's WrestleMania. Like, everyone goes. So, yeah, not much we can read into that, unfortunately. Okay, let's go over to community and here. So, Wendy Lucho said the crowd were fantastic tonight. Look at this. Look at this footage. Brilliant. You got a great view there. And you know what? I mean, wow, you're getting to see Roman. You're getting to see CM Punk. I mean, you got to see Charlotte Flair, you got to see Cody, you got to see Randy, you got to see Drew. I mean, you really did get a good stack of talent, so. Wendy Lucho, shout out to you, my friends. ATK3 said, I got to see the Viper. Didn't, however, see a single RKO land. He better randomly show up Monday to deliver one, so. ATK3, shout out to you. Katie said, Wrestling Days has now officially made it onto Netflix. 2 of our signs made it. Katie, thank you so much. So here, right, if we play this, take the sound down, you can just see there. I really appreciate it, but I really appreciate it. For you to go through all that effort and do that is really, really cool. That is really, really cool. So, very, very good. I remember looking at these signs in Unseen the other day, so congrats on getting them onto TV. I really, really do appreciate it. That's very funny. Very good. Casey as well, what's going on? My husband came home and surprised me with some magnets for our refrigerator. I laughed for 20 minutes. Mate, I'm on someone's fridge. I'm looking super cute. Looking super cute, and I'm on someone's fridge. I'm so here for that. I love that for me. So, yeah, that is special. A lot of special things going on. Joel, shout out to you, said, this is me with Piper at Clash at the Castle in Scotland. I hope you had a great time, dudes. That is a brilliant picture. Love the backgrounds and everything. It looks awesome. So, shout out to you, my friends. ATK3. So, here's that sign again. Here we've got someone holding it up. I love that guy there that just looks so confused looking over at it. Look, ATK3 went, I've got no idea who the guy is that's holding this sign up. So ATK3 doesn't even know who this person is? Guys, please be careful with my face. And there was the other one. It's shown in the crowd. So you guys, legends. Absolute legends. I hope you had a fantastic time. Emma said, seated and ready to watch the first SmackDown and the first ever WWE show. I couldn't believe how much of a fan I've become in just under a year. Oh, man, that's so cool. I hope you had a fantastic time. I thought the show was good, and the ending was really good. So, and you got to see lots of stars, so I hope you enjoyed it. Muggsy said, these are my newest additions, the new slap bands. So there we go. He's got, Muggsy has got some more slappers. Muggsy has paid for some more slappers. I got these 3 today. I only need the IC and the Undertaker one now. And I got a nice Bon Jovi pop vinyl. Mel said, my youngest is ready for SmackDown at the O2. She's beyond excited and representing the Fireflies. Well, that's going to play very well in our community, I can tell you that. You look awesome, my friend. Randy, punt kick my home. That's very good. That is very good. I hope you had a fantastic time, my friends. Look at you. You've got all the gear. I'm seeing logos here. I'm seeing Play and Pain. We got the logo there. Mate, you've got it. Future superstar in the making right here. So, and look at that. You're in the bar as well. You've got, honestly, you're living life right. I sold my soul for Alexa's return. That's great. I hope you had a great time. I really do. I hope you had a fantastic time. I can't see how you wouldn't. I mean, so special. Going to WWE live events, certainly when you're that age as well, you know, a bit younger than what I am by a couple of years. So special. So special. Finley said, I'm at my nan's house. Finley, how amazing is that? You went round your nan's house and your nan already was watching the live stream watch along. That is mental. That is crazy. Finley, can you just say thanks to your nan for me? I'll do it myself on Thursday. Don't worry about it. Right, MDJJ said, this is my WWE figure collection. I don't know why LA Knight is facing that way. Yeah, it does look like he's kind of distracted. But it's very good. It's very impressive. I mean, you've got this thing pretty much full, haven't you? What you could do is you could put some boxes down at the back and maybe try and tier them a little bit so that you can see the, you know, raise the ones at the back up a bit more. You could raise the ones at the back up to about that level, then the row in front to about that level, and then leave these ones so that it kind of does that. That's what I do with mine. Oh, well, you can see here. I don't know why I'm pointing over there when the picture's here, but you can see I've got boxes and I stand them on so that it kind of does that effect, which I think looks quite good because you can see more of them, you know. So I think it looks quite good. Food for thought. Here, Big Flex, and this is a big flex, said, everyone's just posting about their wrestling bands now. I'm going to show you my collection. They're great. I really like these. I think this is such a clever idea. I think if they really started to release some of the older designs, I know we got the spinner belt, but you know, I'm thinking Winged Eagle. I'm thinking maybe the Hogan 86 belts. I don't know if we've got like the old Intercontinental Championship. So if we were really to dig into some of those older belts, I could be all over these. There we go. Look, ATK3's like, you've arrived at King's Cross now. Jay Wyatt said, I'm starting my Funko Pop collection. Let's have a look at this, shall we? Let's go full screen. So we've got a Funko Pop collection. I'm going to take the sound down. I don't know if I can trust the copyright. So we've got what we got here. We got, oh, look at this video editing going on. We got The Fiend, we got Roman, we got The Rock. Loving that. So we got those, and boom.
Roman Reigns.
Let's take that down. So we've got Rock and we've got Roman. I don't know if anyone else is going to pop in. I do love that Rock, though. That looks so good, this final boss one. That final boss one with the shirt and everything looks great. And Roman with the 2 belts looks great as well. Yeah, I really like those. I think they look really good. Oh, there we go. So we've actually got Jimmy and Jay arriving. I think, is that Jay that's just a little bit cut off? So we did. Can I make that bigger? There we go, look. There, we did get some more arriving. Like something out of Doctor Who. Right, we've done those. Look, here I am again. I'm in beds. I'm in flipping beds. So here, ATK3 said, welcome to Walk With Days. So there I am on the underground. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked. I've never seen a train before. And there I am in beds. So I don't know how I feel. I mean, like, I hope I'm not there when you guys are going to beds. I mean, that's a bit weird, isn't it? I'm just saying, treat me right. That's all I'm saying. Treat me right. Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate that. I really had a trek, didn't I? And here, Miss Clown said she's a really awesome, lovely lady. So check these pictures out. So Miss Clown getting to meet Piper Niven, Slagent P. Look at that, into a headlock and everything. So straight in. That's a great picture, dude. That is so good. So brilliant. So yeah, our community absolutely killing it. WWE in London. And our community just lapped it up. So right, there we go. That was Unseen. Let's go through thanks, and I'm going to go and have a lie down because it's been a very long day. Alex, shout out to you, my friend. Raymond, shout out to you. Elite Pro Wrestling Forum, shout out to you, buds. Prain User Sports, shout out to you. Jang Tae Sang, shout out to you, bud. Chris, shout out to you. Word of Wrestling, shout out to you, my friend. Phantom67, shout out to you. Bradley, shout out to you, buds. Ajax, shout out to you. I hope you're doing well. Casper, shout out to you. CM Chunk, shout out to you, my friends. Claire Webb, shout out to you. Che, shout out to you. Sweet Chin Wrestling, appreciate the retweet, buds. Raymond, appreciate it as always. Geezer HD jumping in. Look at this. There's so much barging that goes on in these folders. I blame Kelly. I think she really set a bad example. So, Geezer HD, shout out to you. Big Flex, shout out to you. Dark Phoenix Tees, shout out to you. Larry, appreciate the support, my friend. Edward, appreciate the support. Wrestling's biggest fan, appreciate it. Shaq Diesel, thank you, my friend. Kelly the Wise Lady, really appreciate it. And Real Wrestling Fan, thank you, my friend. So there we go. That was today's Unseen. Quite long, quite a lot of stuff in there. But I hope you enjoyed it all the same. I'll be back after a long lie down with another Unseen. And actually, we'll be back tomorrow for a watch-along as we do WrestleMania 24. We're doing a watch-along for that because it's going to be on WWE Vault. So looking forward to that. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it as always. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.